Hey, how you doing? This is Adam Post, publisher of more than 1,000 comic books and marketing expert covering Starbucks. Boycott kills Starbucks, $12 billion lost as employees walk out. Let's get into the story. Before we do, please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. Coming from the New York Post, Starbucks loses $12 billion in market value amid sales concerns and boycotts over Israel. Starbucks has seen nearly $12 billion erased from its market value during the past month as sales reportedly have slowed amid tighter consumer wallets and growing labor problems. Even with some speculating the chain has been hit with boycotts over the Israel-Gaza war. Investors have grown wary that consumers will splash out on a pricey cup of coffee during the holiday season when budgets get tighter, according to Bloomberg, citing sales data from JP Morgan analysts that signaled a material slowing at Starbucks in November. Despite delivering better than expected sales growth of 8% in its fiscal fourth quarter, the coffeehouse's share price has decelerated on a week-over-week basis, continuing to go down following trends in the snack and coffee industry. When the markets opened on Monday, Starbucks stock dropped 1.6%, declining for an 11th consecutive session in what was the longest losing streak since Starbucks' public offering in 1992. The destruction erased 9.4% of Starbucks' market value, a decline of almost $12 billion. Over the past month, as of early trading hours on Thursday, the Seattle-based company's share price was down roughly 6.5% to $96.90 on a monthly basis. When the coffeehouse chain's share price started to decline, it was putting on its annual Red Cup Day. The promotional event saw baristas handing out free red-colored reusable holiday-themed cups to customers on their coffee purchases, though the festivities were overshadowed by an employee walkout. Hundreds of workers represented by the Workers United Union walked off the job on the notoriously busy day, demanding improved staffing and schedules, while non-unionized staffers endured one of the most infamously hard understaffed days, as drink orders piled up and employees end up on the receiving end of abuse from frustrated customers over long wait times. Unions really should be creating stability. Part of the reason of having a relationship with a union is so that you can take good care of your employees and you know that you can count on those employees, especially during busy times. It doesn't seem like the union was even negotiating with Starbucks and that the negotiations fell apart and so the union members walked out. The way it looks is that the union members just saw an opportunity to walk out and create chaos for the company. The protest was just the latest in Starbucks' deep-rooted disagreements with the union. Last month, the two entities filed warring lawsuits over the union's social media posts declaring solidarity with Palestine in the wake of Hamas's deadly attacks. After Workers United published the controversial statement in a since-deleted post on Twitter last month, where it boasts nearly 100,000 followers, Starbucks swiftly moved to distance itself from the organization. Quote, "We unequivocally condemn acts of terrorism, hate, and violence and disagree with the statements and views expressed by Workers United and its members. Workers United's words and actions belong to them and them alone," Starbucks said at the time. The response was interpreted as a display of support for Israel over Palestine, prompting calls for a boycott. Despite Starbucks' efforts to quell boycott calls, the hashtag Boycott Starbucks is still trending on social media. According to TikTok's Creative Center, a database that details user insights, the hashtag has been used 16,000 times over the past 30 days, generating a combined 167 million views. On Twitter, the other social media users appear to be cheering Starbucks' decline. Quote, "I haven't gone to Starbucks in a month due to the boycotts, and I am so happy to see less people there too." Quote, "We won," another chimed in, while a slew of commenters said the slash in market cap was well-deserved. When the New York Post reached out to Starbucks for comment, a company spokesperson pointed to a message from its chief partner officer, Sarah Kelly, posted on Starbucks' website last month. Quote, "Starbucks unequivocally condemns acts of hate, terrorism, and violence," Kelly wrote. "As a leadership team, we want to again express our deepest sympathy for those who have been killed, wounded, displaced, and impacted following the heinous attacks of terror, escalating violence, and hate against the innocent in Israel and Gaza. Though Starbucks' total value was down, its store sales at its 35,000 plus locations worldwide rose 8% for its 2023 fiscal year that ended in November. Earlier this month, Starbucks said it would raise hourly pay for all its U.S. retail workers by at least 3% from 2024 after Workers United repeated pleas to give baristas an increased hourly wage. Staffers affiliated with Workers United, which represents Starbucks staffers at 340 Starbucks locations across the U.S., criticized the increase, calling it tone-deaf given Starbucks recently reported increases in revenue and the recent wage hikes won by auto workers. Meanwhile, one of the union's founding organizers, Jazz Brizak, has previously voiced support for Palestinian terrorist Razmi Odeh, who was involved in bombings in Jerusalem in 1969 and 1970. Brizak penned an op-ed in the Daily Mississippian in 2017 that referred to Odeh as a political prisoner. Odeh was freed by Israel as part of a prisoner exchange in 1980, but arrested in the U.S. in 2013 after illegally entering the country in the 1990s. She was deported to Jordan in 2017, so she's still running around there someplace. Starbucks needs to sit down with their union and get things under control. They should not be having walkouts in the middle of a busy time. They shouldn't be having walkouts at all. It's easy enough to negotiate with this union, give them a little bit more money, keep the coffee shops running, make sure people get their coffee. It's not that complicated. Let me know what you think of all this in the comments below. Always love to see your ideas. Please be sure you are subscribed to the channel. Click the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon with another video. And if I don't see you, I will miss you.